the way this will work,
You're going to sit
I'm
here.
kind of I'm framing everything here. So I'll kind of start welcome, I'll introduce you, we'll do this spiel, I'll introduce you, and then you work on the other stuff. So I'm between these.
Great. Works well. So what'd you opt for? Tacos, pizza?
We actually wound up going to Francis and Mount because it was going to be a while, we could tell, and so it didn't make sense to wait. It's not too bad in here today. It's been worse.
We got a break on the weather.
Yeah.
When my brother got married here in '93 in July, it was worse. I remember that. So you want me here? Is that?
Yeah, we just picked seats.
Wherever it makes you best to leave the scene of alma mater, that's your main job. And I keep trying to learn
The old pipes aren't as good as they were 31 years ago or whatever. So.
Yeah, just a heads up. There's a camera on your face. So at least act. Just saying watermelon over and over again.
Yeah.
Won't fool anybody.
Yeah.
So what is the final number on the incoming class?
It's 236 right now, and there's a kid who's not coming. Who finally got around to telling him. Like, we didn't think he was going to, but he finally got around to making
It official.
Yeah, like, hey, we're holding a spot. There's a bed here holding for you. And where he's like, oh, yeah, I meant to tell. Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of a big deal, right?
But it is, we would think it's a big deal. It doesn't mean it's a big deal to them.
So it starts with the Glee Club. They're going to sing along
I don't know. Greg's the master of ceremonies.
There's no.
He'll call you
there's
up
no
there.
agenda or
If he starts, they sing, he talks.
So you're going to do like, are you doing like a bio or anything like that, or are you just going
I'll just quickly say who you are, class year.
Okay.
I'm trying not to steal away from you.
You're not going to talk about the NAW.
I'll just mention that it's our alumni. And you're here to represent our
Okay. Well, there's a little bit of an overlap there then.
Yeah, that's fine. So normally I say
You imagine like 25 some years ago, we were here getting initiated in the Sphinx Club. Someday we'd be up here doing these official college duties.
I said no one knows that better than those who serve my body. Here to speak on behalf of alumni and all the classmates.
Okay.
Yeah, I really try not to. But I'm going to go kind of. All right.
Good afternoon, everyone. That's excellent. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this special day at Wabash College. My name is Greg Redding, and I am a Wabash alumnus from the class of 1988. It's been my privilege to serve this great college as a German professor since 2002 and as Dean of Students since 2019. To the family and friends here in the audience or watching our live stream, thank you for participating in this historic rite of passage for Wabash students, and for your part in helping these young men reach this important milestone in their lives. And to the men of the class of 2027, this ringing in ceremony is a tradition that ties you directly to the first 12 students to enroll at Wabash 190 years ago. As you will soon learn, if you don't already know, we love our traditions here at Wabash. Some are just for fun, like the prohibitions against walking under the arch or stepping on the college seal at the library. But others, such as our traditions of academic rigor, of close mentoring relationships, and of the gentleman's rule, contribute more directly to our excellence as an institution. But despite our reverence for tradition, Wabash is not a college that lives in the past. We are always looking to the future to help prepare you for life after college. We foster a culture of continual improvement in which we work each day to be better as an institution and as individuals. And indeed, this constant striving toward better versions of ourselves might be our most important tradition, for it is ultimately the whole point of our academic rigor, our close mentoring relationships, and the high expectations of the gentleman's rule. So honor the traditions of the past while you're here at Wabash, but always be looking toward the future. Use the countless opportunities that you will have here both in and out of the classroom to become not just the best student you can be, but also the best person. Another great tradition at Wabash is devotion to our beloved fight song. If you already know the words, I invite you to join in with the Wabash College Glee Club under the direction of Professor Saren Williams as they provide a rousing rendition of Old Wabash. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you can and sing along.
From the hills of Maine to the western plain, where the cotton is blowing, from the gloomy shade of the northern pine to the light of the sun seas, there's a name out there to color we cheer wherever we find it glowing. It cheers to rise from longing eyes that floats on the evening breeze. When the day is done and the western sun is painting and flashing glory across the skies with gorgeous dyes of color we love so well, we love to sit as the shadows flit and praise it in song and story. We love to shout as the light dies out a good old Wabash yell. Our prayers are always thine, our voices and hearts combine to sing thy praise in future days shall bring thy name before us. College days are past, as long as life shall last. Our greatest joy will be to shout the chorus. Dear old Wabash, thy loyal sons shall ever love thee. And o'er the classic halls, the scarlet flag shall proudly flash. Long in our hearts we'll bear the sweetest memories of thee. Long shall we sing thy praises, old Wabash. And loud and long shall echo the song till hill and valley are ringing. Spread the fame of her honored name wherever the breezes blow, till sweet and clear the world shall hear the sons of Wabash singing. Flying free the world shall see our scarlet banner go. The honors won by each loyal son in highest rank shall sustain her. Forevermore as the days of yore, her deeds be noble and grand. Though once again ye Wabash men, 3 cheers for alma mater. Whate'er befall, revered by all, may she unequal stand. Our prayers are always pass. As long as life shall last, our greatest joy will be to shout the chorus. Dear old Wabash, thy loyal sons shall ever love thee. Band o'er the classic halls, scarlet flag shall proudly flash. Long in our hearts will bear the sweetest memories of thee. Long shall we sing thy praises, old Wabash.
Thank you. To our new students, each of you should soon learn the words to Old Wabash, the longest college fight song in the country. We sing it frequently and enthusiastically, and coming up in about 5 weeks is the annual Chapel Sing competition, where you'll have the chance to demonstrate your mastery of the song. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce our Dean for Enrollment Management, Mr. Chip Timmons. An alumnus from the Wabash class of 1996, Chip is here representing all of those affiliated with the effort to recruit each of you to our college. In order that he may welcome you and describe you a bit to one another, please welcome Mr. Chip Timmons.
Thank you. Gentlemen, join me for a brief journey back in time to the end of your junior year of high school, when colleges like ours flooded your inboxes and mailboxes with letters and emails that you didn't read, but your parents probably did. For most of you, it's around that time that you were introduced to Wabash, and you began to introduce yourself to us. Think about all of the alumni, faculty, coaches, staff, and fellow students you met over that span of time. Those connections you've made should make you feel like you're not just enrolling at a college, but you're joining a family. Now, I've been in your seat, but not actually those seats. I remember sitting up there by that window 31 years ago, sweating, about to join this family and meet the men who become my best friends. But at the same time, and I'll admit, I was lacking the belief that I was ready for what was to come. One of our coaches likes to put inspirational messages up around Noling Fieldhouse, and there was one that caught my attention a few years ago that read, "Borrow my belief in you until you believe in yourself." Some of you already have that belief, and the rest of you will eventually get there, I promise you. But at some point, your belief may start to fade. But I want you to know that those of us assembled on this stage represent all of the alumni, faculty, staff, and students. Literally thousands of people who believe in you. Borrow our belief in you. So this afternoon, I want to share a few fun facts about new members of our Wabash family so that you have the sense of the strengths, talents, and achievements that instilled this sense of belief in you. All 237 strong, hailing from 21 states and 10 countries. You had an average GPA of 3.83. 71 of you are the first members of your family to attend college. 41 of you are legacies, meaning a family member is already a Wabash man. If you graduated from Cathedral, Carmel, Wrights Memorial, Bishop Chittard, Covenant Christian, Columbus East, or North Montgomery High Schools, you are here with at least 4 of your fellow Fighting Irish, Greyhounds, Tigers, Trojans, Warriors, Olympians, and Chargers. Now, Olympians, that's an unusual mascot. I'm kind of interested in those things, and here are a few others. We have 3 members of the Caravan, 2 spark plugs, a hot dog, an ingot, and a matador. So whether mascots interest you or not, we also have a lightning, a tornado, and 2 cyclones in this class. I wrote pause to groan for eye rolls at the dad joke. At our next family gathering, if someone calls for Andrew, 5 of you will answer, and the same goes for Nicholas, all 5 of you, no matter how you spell it. 4 of you have the first name of John, but only 1 of you goes by John. And our family loves to celebrate birthdays. 3 of you share birthdays on September 30th, October 23rd, November 3rd, November 7th, and March 29th. I saw Caden Jeffries earlier. Your birthday was yesterday. Caleb Reese, where are you, Caleb? Where's Caleb Reese? His birthday's tomorrow. Happy birthday, gentlemen. Our family now includes 15 Eagle Scouts, 4 valedictorians, 6 salutatorians. One of you has completed 2 Ironman triathlons. Another speaks 5 languages. One of you is a member of the Italian national lacrosse team. One of you served as a U.S. congressional intern, and another served as an election worker in Mexico. We have a 10-year member of 4-H in our family. He showed goats and rabbits. One of you owns a sports video production company and a clothing screen printing business. One of you founded a charity to provide food service for homeless and food insecure children. One of you is a Riley Children's Hospital champion and ambassador. Another of you raised $104,000 for leukemia research. One of you is an actor at Necropolis Haunted Underground. So it turns out Dean Redding isn't the only one that gets paid to scare people. Oh, I'm kidding. We all know it's the chemistry faculty. This group also includes 3 black belts, 3 cheerleaders, 2 welders, and a top-ranked Rocket League player. And I especially enjoyed reading what I think is the most entertaining essay I've had to read in some time, which was entitled The Resplendent Art of the Ideal Cashier. In it, our Wabash author describes the perils of bagging a newly roasted chicken with ice cream and flawlessly employed the words habitué and brobdingnagian. So that's my best attempt to summarize the accomplishments of the new class of Wabash men, and I know I speak for all my colleagues on the enrollment staff when I say we enjoyed working with you and that we too believe in you. Now, you won't get emails and texts from us each week reminding you to work on your new student roadmap, but that doesn't mean we won't stay connected with you this year or the next 4 years and beyond. Now, I began by talking about connections and family, and I want to close with a message to other family members, the parents, because it may be time for some connections to end. And what I'm about to say may upset you, but our Wabash family connection is so incredibly strong and supportive that you can disconnect your sons from Life 360 or whatever phone tracking app you have. And I know some of you just said, not when I'm paying the bill, not on my plan. And I get it, but I want you to hear me out. I've worked in higher education for more than 25 years, and I'm also the parent of a Wabash man. Through my work and my son's own experiences, I know very well what other colleges do and do not offer. Here at Wabash, we offer a fully residential liberal arts education with high scholarly and behavioral standards for all of our students. These next 4 years will not be the last 4 years of childhood or prolonged adolescence. Parents, today marks your son's first day as an adult, and Wabash will provide your sons with the opportunities to succeed and fail, to become the best scholars, leaders, athletes, friend, and men they can be, all the while supported by a community that will encourage, love, unconditionally support, and believe in them, just as a family should.
Thank you for that, Chip. You know, over the years, I've come to know many Wabash alumni from all eras and all walks of life. Through their commitment to service, their professional accomplishments, and their devotion to alma mater, I've seen how they live the values of the college mission and the gentleman's rule even decades after their student years. We have the most passionate, most dedicated, and most engaged alumni that you can imagine. It's no surprise, then, that our alumni network is always ranked among the very best in the country. And no one knows that better than those who serve on the board of directors for our alumni body, the National Association of Wabash Men, or NAWM. Here to speak on behalf of our alumni and to welcome the class of 2027 into the Brotherhood is Mr. Jim Hawksworth, Wabash class of 1995 and current president of the NAWM. Jim?
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Like Chip was saying before me, if you knew the 18-year-old version of me that was sitting up there 32 years ago, to think that I would be up here today rubbing shoulders with these fine gentlemen, including the president of this great institution, I would have told you you're crazy. but it also shows you that anything is possible at Wabash. So welcome, class of 2027. As Dean Redding just mentioned, I currently serve as the president of the National Association of Wabash Men. What the heck is the National Association of Wabash Men, right? You're probably asking yourself. Well, very simply, it's the alumni board of the college, and it's made up of 20-some alumni that are either elected or appointed members, and we serve 3-year terms. Our role is to represent the alumni body and to act as ambassadors to our school, helping in any way we can. You'll see us around campus 3 times a year, homecoming weekend in September, late January, and again at commencement weekend in May. Chief among our responsibilities is recognizing the excellence in the Wabash community by bestowing awards to faculty, staff, alumni, including honorary degrees and inductions into the Athletics Hall of Fame. Perhaps less visible is the work we do to bring the Wabash community together through alumni outings, networking events, and interactions with student body, professors, and staff. I stand before you humbled to represent the #1 alumni association in the nation. I know the polls online will tell you that we're #2 this year, but rest assured, we are the best. What makes us so great? Well, first and foremost, Wabash men want to help Wabash men. There's a sense of community here that's difficult to explain. It's an intangible thing that naturally occurs as you discover what a truly unique place this is. It's something that only those who experience Wabash could ever really understand. You'll feel it when you meet fellow Wabash graduates throughout your life and have that immediate connection, bonded by a common experience, steeped in the rich history and traditions of this school. It's a kinship that's generational. It's born out of mutual respect our alumni have for each other after having accomplished something great and difficult each in our own time. Graduating from Wabash is not easy, but it will be worth it, and the pride that comes with that is unshakable. Second, Wabash men take care of Wabash. We understand that there's something special here worth preserving for you and for future generations of students. That's why our alumni give in astonishingly high rates. We want to see Wabash not only survive, but thrive as we approach our bicentennial in 2032 and well beyond. This incredible generosity of our alumni donors allows Wabash to continue to provide an unparalleled level of education and affords our students the opportunity to pursue their interests and passions, ultimately putting them in a position for a fulfilling postgraduate career. Our top-ranked alumni giving rate stands as a testament to the highly successful outcomes that Wabash continues to produce, generation after generation. And it fosters the spirit expressed by our first president, Elihu Baldwin, when he proclaimed, quote, "Our purpose is to never rest while Wabash College shall lack any advantages for the student, which are offered by the highest class of American colleges," end quote. So as you start your Wabash journey, I would like to offer a simple piece of advice. Take advantage of Wabash. Take advantage of Wabash. There is so much to experience. There are opportunities and resources abound. And you're surrounded by a faculty and staff that cares about you and strives to provide you with a life-changing experience here. But that doesn't magically happen, guys. The onus is on you to step out of your comfort zone and to act. Take advantage of our top-ranked alumni network. You're going to have countless opportunities to meet and speak with highly successful alumni of varied professional backgrounds, and they want to help you succeed. Seek out my fellow board members on the National Association of Wabash Men and engage us in conversation. Tell us about you. Tell us about what you're studying. Tell us about what you're interested in doing in life. You never know what connections you might make, what opportunities will be uncovered, or what friendships may result. Wabash alumni are your biggest advocates. We understand Wabash. We've been in your shoes. And many of us are where we are today because one of our own cared enough to take a chance on us. Gentlemen, go experience Wabash and enjoy your journey.
Many thanks to you, Jim, and to all the members of the NAWM and our alumni body for the essential work that you all do to support Wabash students. And now it is my honor to introduce to you the 17th president of Wabash College, Dr. Scott Feller. President Feller is entering his fourth full year of service as president of Wabash, but he's been a leader at the college for 25 years, first as a professor of chemistry, then as dean of the college, and now as its president. Men of the class of 2027, you could not be in more capable hands as you begin your time here at Wabash. Please welcome President Scott Feller.
Good afternoon to the young men of the class of 2027. It's certainly a joy and a great honor to welcome you to our campus and this tradition-rich ringing-in ceremony. Today, you officially become Wabash men, though I suspect for many of you, you've probably been using that title for months. I would say today is also special for me. This marks my fourth year, perhaps my senior year at Wabash as president, and I'm looking very much forward to our time together this year. I'm also pleased to welcome your parents, your siblings, grandparents into what Dean Timmons calls the Wabash family. We are a tight-knit community. We are bonded by the giant impact of this small college. To you parents in the room and watching on live stream, I know from experience the range of emotions that you're feeling at this moment. I suspect there's some sadness and some apprehension, but I hope it's overshadowed by pride and happiness as you and your son reach this very important milestone. I know you have questions. You're asking yourself, is my son ready? Have we done enough to prepare him for this next and very important chapter in his life? Will he make friends? Will he get his laundry washed? My wife Wendy and I, we have some advice for you as parents of fairly recent college graduates. And it might not be exactly the advice you want to hear, but I'd urge you to let your son go. Give him some freedom. Let him stride out on his own and try new things. Check in with him. Send him a text message. This is all good. But let him explore this exciting place. And let him stumble if he must. And know that his Wabash faculty and staff, and especially his Wabash brothers, will be there to lend a hand when needed. I'd ask you to trust that this place will allow your son to become the man you've always imagined him to be. And I'd ask you to please give him the freedom to do exactly that. So, gentlemen, on this, your first real day as Wabash men, I want you to think about all the sacrifices your loved ones made to get you to this point in your life. From piano lessons to math homework, travel ball, hundreds of events. They showed up, and they showered you with love, encouragement, and passion. Perhaps most importantly, they instilled in you the confidence and drive to become a Wabash man, to make the bold choice to select a college that will push you harder than most, and the only one that will call you to be a gentleman and a responsible citizen. So please join me in saluting your families and thanking them with a resounding round of applause. Gentlemen, today may be the most important day of your life thus far. Today you become a Wabash man. At this college, you will pursue questions just as aggressively as you pursue answers. That's who we are. It's how we will help you develop the critical thinking skills that will prepare you to wrestle with and solve difficult problems for the rest of your lives. This is a time when our communities and our nation need critical thinkers and effective communicators. I worry that there's been a vast erosion of trust in our society recently. We now lack trust in our government and our leaders, in our schools, churches, law enforcement, even colleges and universities. All the things that historically create and sustain the communities around us. I would argue that Wabash resists this cynicism of the day. Our college community is built on trust, and the foundation of that trust is in you and your embrace of the gentleman's rule. We trust that each of you will behave as a gentleman and a responsible citizen during your time here and for the rest of your lives. It's a noble calling, to be sure. Along the way, you may veer from the gentleman's rule, but we trust that you will always seek the highest aspirations for the man you will become. And we trust that your teachers and your fellow students will help you get there. Trust is a fragile thing. It certainly works both ways. I want to place your trust in this college's faculty, staff, coaches, students, and alumni. In turn, they trust that you'll step up to the challenges of becoming a Wabash man. As president, I get a lot of emails from our alumni. They are the most engaged alumni network in the country. Barely a week goes by that I don't get an email from someone with a link to an article about the death of the liberal arts, how colleges and universities across the country are killing off programs and majors in the humanities, English, history, languages, not to mention the arts. Much of this happens in favor of what I might call skills-based education, education that prepares graduates for their first job. Now, gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that Wabash's liberal arts curriculum is designed to position you for success over the entire arc of your career and your life. In your first job, to be sure, don't worry, Mom and Dad, we got this, all right? But also for your 5th job, your 10th job. That's why physics majors will study the great works of literature here. That's why art majors will develop problem-solving skills in science labs. All of you will come to understand languages and cultures very different from your own. That's why next spring we'll ask all of you to ask yourselves important questions like, who am I? Why am I here? How can I serve others? We will push you to ask tough questions of yourselves because we need you to achieve great things. Our world needs you to achieve great things. I mentioned several things that people are losing trust in. Let me tell you two things that, based on my 25 years at Wabash College, I put absolute trust and faith in. The first is that your Wabash education will guide you no matter how you answer those questions. Second, I have complete trust that you will leave this campus and you will change the world for the better. I'll close with a few pieces of advice to the men in the class of 2027. Make your Wabash journey enriching, engaging, and intellectually challenging in life-changing ways. Use your time here to build relationships. Relationships with roommates, classmates, teammates. Take seriously the offer of open office hours from our faculty. You'll discover our faculty are genuinely accessible. We were recently ranked #1 in the nation in that category. And even more important, they care deeply about your intellectual and emotional growth over the next 4 years and long after that. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Get involved. Sing in the Glee Club, write for The Bachelor. Get involved in theater or politics. Join clubs. Intern in a professor's lab. Compete. Engage with the nation's top alumni network. Fill your life with challenge, opportunity, and joy. You did not choose to attend this college so that you could sit alone in your room playing video games. Get out on this campus, make the most of your time here. Gentlemen, if you're prepared to take up this challenge, to determine the man you want to be, to set as your goal to live a wise and virtuous life embodied in the gentleman's rule, to help restore the trust that is the very fabric of our communities, and to live up to the high ideals articulated in the mission of our college, to think critically, act responsibly, lead effectively, and live humanely. If so, please stand. Gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to continue the tradition begun by the first professor of our college, Caleb Mills, and using his bell to ring you in to the good company of Wabash men. Men of the Wabash class of 2027, welcome to the Brotherhood.
Thank you, President Feller, and congratulations to our newest Wabash men. Before closing, I have a couple of housekeeping notes. Students and parents, as you adjourn onto the mall, look for your orientation mentor who will be holding aloft your group number. The mentor will direct you to your next location to meet with your faculty advisor and or your tutorial instructor. After that session, you'll have some time for hugs and goodbyes. And then parents will have an optional opportunity to gather at 5 p.m. in Little Giant Stadium Concourse for a reception with President and Mrs. Feller and members of the Parents Advisory Committee. This is a casual, come-as-you-are event. I'd like to thank the many people, many people, who have made today possible, including the admissions office, the staffs of Bon Appetit and Campus Services, the whole student life team, but especially Dean Heather Thrush and her student orientation mentors, as well as student life specialist Mike Lynn, Dean Mark Welch, and all the student housing leaders in residence halls and fraternities. And last not least, I want to thank Professor Williams and the members of the Glee Club, and on piano, Cheryl Everett, for entertaining us here today. Let's give everybody a hand. And finally, thank you again to the parents and guardians who've made it possible for these young men to continue their education at this special place. To you, we say welcome to the Wabash family, and to the men of class of 2027, welcome to the Brotherhood. Now our Glee Club will close our program with a performance of Alma Mater. Please rise.
Typically, the president goes up to the front.
Thank you, everyone. We are dismissed.
Great work, everyone. It did get a little warmer at the end. Even on a cool day, it gets warmer out here.
Kept it moving, which
How was our timing?
I don't know. Under
39 minutes. Under 40 minutes.
Is that good?
Yeah. That's Jim. 39 minutes. Hey, Jim, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you.
They have an hour with the faculty advisor or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, because it's what, not even 3.5